Have you seen the new video called The Jett Lawrence Problem? It's a really well-made mini documentary that I do think you should have a look at. I'll put a link in the description. But I'm making this video to talk about who I think funded this video, because it's always really interesting when you have an anonymous YouTube channel that has only made one video. It's not even monetized on YouTube, so it's not like a usual YouTube video that is supposed to generate money or revenue from getting many views. But this video is getting a lot of views. It's over 200,000, but it's made from a small, tiny YouTube channel that is, as I said, only has one video on it. At the time I watched this video for the first time 2 weeks ago when it was released, the channel had less than 1,000 subscribers, so it couldn't even be monetized. And as of now, it's also not monetized, so it's still not making any revenue from running ads. So that's a completely different reason why this video has been produced. And in this video, I'm going to talk about who I think funded this video. Not exactly who produced it, but who is behind creating it. Two different things, right? By the way, I have a background in international business, and I've also worked a lot with marketing, so I'm always curious to look for the cash flow in whatever comes up. You didn't hear it, Jett Lawrence, he's also injured right now, so he's not going to be able to continue the rest of the pro motocross season because he has a small ligament tear in his thumb and he needs surgery. But he might be ready for both the SMX finals, playoffs, and also for the Motocross of Nations, riding for Team Australia. But I think that's a cool chance for his brother Hunter Lawrence to get a shot at the championship and build his confidence. Enough about that, let's get an overview of this mini documentary. Overall, it says all the stuff we already know, that Jett Lawrence, he is an exceptionally talented motocross and supercross rider that's actually a level above everybody else, even the best in the world of supercross, and he's maybe also the best motocross rider in the world. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. So in the big picture, the documentary simply says that Jett Lawrence, he is so good that he has the opportunity to make supercross and motocross a mainstream sport like NFL, baseball, or basketball, or another big sport like that. And I believe this is really interesting. And I would love that to happen, because that means that everybody who's working in motocross, they would get paid more money, higher salaries. So I really like this idea of motocross sport becoming a bigger sport and more mainstream. It is a spectacular sport, like way more exciting to watch in person than watching, for example, a football game or a baseball game, in my opinion. So we all know that Jett Lawrence has this potential. But now the mini documentary says that the reason why he's not doing that at this moment is one of two reasons. Either because he has made so much money. So in other words, they're saying that he's already think he's made enough money and he doesn't need to work any harder to become more famous, which is a reasonable point. And then the second thing the documentary says, that it's about Jett Lawrence's agent, so his career manager, so to speak, that is doing all the business moves and making agreements and deals, and then he probably takes a piece of the pie, like I would imagine a certain percentage of all the income that he generates for Jett. So now we're getting closer to my point of this video, and that is the third thing the documentary talks about is another agent that could potentially do a much better job of taking Jett Lawrence's potential and using it to growing the sport to a mainstream level like we just talked about, making it as famous as NFL or baseball or some of the other big sports. And this agent is called Steve Astephen, and he's the agent of Ken Roczen, former agent of Travis Pastrana, and also agent for several other superstars like Machine Gun Kelly and other athletes that are famous. So if you want to figure out who has produced this mini documentary, it all makes sense when you get to this point. So what the documentary is saying is that Jett Lawrence's current agent or career manager, as I also call it, is called Lucas Mirtl. And what the documentary is saying is that he's not fully taking Jett Lawrence's career and making use of it in a way that would benefit the whole sport. In fact, it might damage the sport in some ways that the documentary also talks about. For example, related to all the other riders' salaries. There's also a clip in the documentary of Steve Astephen himself being interviewed on Gypsy Tales podcast. There's a clip where he says that Jett should grow a set and make it happen. Make it happen, meaning maybe get another agent. It's like sort of hinting. So it sort of looks like the whole thing is suggesting that Jett Lawrence should speculate in maybe hiring a new agent. And of course, this new agent, whoever he may be, would of course benefit financially from Jett, because he knows maybe more people, he can make things happen, and he will take a piece of the pie as well. So in other words, this mini documentary is a little bit like the movie Inception, where it's about planting the seed of an idea in another person's head, that person being Jett Lawrence, and then hoping that this little seed will grow up to become an idea of changing agent in a nutshell. In any case, let me know what you think in the comments below. I certainly hope that Jett will take the sport to the next level, so motocross and supercross becomes a mainstream sport on an international scale that will benefit all the riders and pay all the riders much more than they are currently making, because it is a much more dangerous sport and people are risking much more than they do in baseball or football and so on and so forth. Oh, and if you like the video, make sure you hit the like button and click the subscribe button if you want to be subscribed and watch more videos like this. There's now 2 ways you can train with me personally. The first one is you can join the Fast Club, as I talked about in another video already, and that is done by clicking the join button and then selecting Fast Club online coaching. Then you can train with me online and I'll review your riding footage, and then I'll give you a personalized program on how to improve your technique based on your current level of riding technique. And the second way you can train with me is in person physically, where you sign up for a coaching package where we work on everything from your riding technique, your fitness and your nutrition, so your diet plans, and also things such as how to maintain and set up your bike. And if you like riding off-road and enduro, you will also be able to ride with me in beautiful nature. And actually you can also work on a lot of your riding techniques while you're doing enduro. And this is something I teach that is a bit unique compared to other coaches, is that actually when you're riding enduro, you have a lot more time to focus on your technique without riding at high intensity. So if that sounds cool, look at the information in the description. Send me a message on the email in my About section on my YouTube channel or fitcamp5.com, or follow me on Instagram, FastCoachToby. In any case, thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the future for training, either in person or in Fast Club online coaching. Thank you so much for watching and see you on the next one. To watch the full version of my advanced riding videos and support the development of this channel, click the join button below and become a member. And thereby you will get access to exclusive videos where I go through the most advanced skill levels and also explaining things from a physics standpoint, because I have a background in science and thereby studying physics, so I'm able to explain actual riding technique and the mechanics of riding, also bike setup, in a way that you don't see on many other channels. Also, I share my own step-by-step methods on how I track my own progress and riding technique development. So if you're interested in that, consider becoming a member and clicking the join button. And if you like tropical island holidays, visit fitcamp5.com for my 2-time TripAdvisor award-winning training camp, where we train fitness and action sports together while learning to live a healthy lifestyle and, maybe most importantly, have fun at the same time. And if you're really serious about improving yourself, you should definitely check out my full online courses, where I share step-by-step programs on how I developed my own routines over the last 12 years as a CEO, working in 4 different countries, while being a successful competitive athlete with more than 20 years of experience in fitness and nutrition. Check the link in the description for that. And in any case, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, be awesome, believe in yourself, and see you on the next one.